Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of AlexTechWorks. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this Turtle Beach Recon 200 gaming headset. I'm going to be going through all my thoughts behind the design, the sound quality, the battery and connectivity. Hopefully this will be helpful and useful for someone that's looking for a sort of low to medium budget gaming headset, or any beginner gamers or younger gamers. Yeah, hopefully this is useful. If you like all my tech reviews and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss out on my next upload. You can also catch me on Instagram at AlexTechWorks to see some behind the scenes images and what else I'm getting up to. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's talk about the style and look of this headset. Now, I personally really like them. I like the white finish that you get because it matches my PS5. They do come in a black colour, so you have the black side plates. It blends in really nicely. You get a really nice textured, I guess a carbon look to the headband here and on each side. You also have Turtle Beach branding as well on the top headband, and a smaller logo just on the side here, so you know they're Turtle Beach. And yeah, there's no real glossy black parts or glossy white parts. It's all sort of a matte finish. In terms of the actual look, they look like quite an expensive headset, but I bought these for around £49.99, which I think is around $70 to $80. But I know that you can get the Generation 2 for about £35, which I think for this headset and what it does is an absolute bargain. And yeah, like, they might not, not everyone might like these. They might go for something else, but I think personally for the money, you can't really go wrong with the look of this headset. Let's talk about the features of this particular headset. Now, because you have a 3.5mm auxiliary jack here, you can use it in pretty much any system. So whether you're gaming on a PC, whether you're gaming on an Xbox, a PlayStation, and then any device that supports a 3.5mm jack, you can use this headset. Now, with this headset, you can change to PS4 or Xbox specifically, but I've noticed that doesn't really do much. Whether you plug it into a PlayStation, an iPhone, an Xbox, you just hit the one that sounds the best and then away you go. The other thing that is a really nice feature is the switch down microphone. Now, if you're playing a first-person shooter with your friends and you want to chat to them, you obviously have your mic down and you talk to them, and it's really nice, crisp, clear, and picks up your voice very well. But if you're playing solo on an adventure game or anything like that, you can flick up the microphone here and then it cuts it off and it's not in your vision or anything like that. And it's a really nice little, really nice little added touch, which is kind of a premium feature for such a sort of low to mid-range headset. I actually I use this very often. I think the sound quality that comes out is actually really nice as well. So these are actually amplified, so you pop them on and it will amplify the sound and cancel out the sound behind you. That is definitely a benefit, but also in a way a hindrance. Right, so I mentioned before the amplified sound with this headset. Now, that does come with its drawbacks. This headset is battery powered, so you do have to charge it and plug it in. Now, what I've noticed over the last 2 years is that it will last probably 5 to 6 hours of gaming. That's on the regular charging, etc. But when I first had them, they would probably last I'd say between 8 to 10 hours. Now, when I first bought them, I had the impression that they would last 12 hours because that's what Turtle Beach claimed on the box. But in reality, it's not as long. And I think obviously with the battery degradation over time, then it will get shorter and shorter. And I typically charge these every single time that I place them down, which probably didn't do the batteries any good. But again, if you're not gaming for 12 hours straight, then these will do perfectly. I mean, I usually game for around an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 3 hours on a Saturday or something like that, and the battery would last absolutely fine. Now, the battery is charged via a micro USB here. and then obviously you can plug it into your PlayStation or any other USB device, and you can just start charging them up. You can use them whilst they're charging, which is really nice. So if you do need to charge them whilst you're middle of a session, then you just plug it in and away you go, you can carry on. So I think overall the battery levels are okay. They're not the best, but they will do the job for 4 to 5 hours. I think the overall build quality of this headset is actually very impressive. Now, it is all plastic, and you do have that kind of creaky noises going on with it. It's not really kind of, you know, I think the tolerances aren't great, but again, for the current price, which is around £35, it's actually not bad at all. I think for the average gamer, for someone that's not a professional, or someone that's not gaming constantly or using them all the time, day in, day out, then they're actually perfect. Especially if you're only using them for, say, Call of Duty with your mates, then it's just a great headset. The only thing that I would say is that if you're gonna gift these to a younger gamer or someone that's not as careful, then I had the sneaky suspicion that they will get broken. They aren't the most rigid and, you know, rugged headset that I've seen. You can easily tell that this mic bar could easily get broken or ripped off, or the foam pads could get sort of covered in mush or something. It could get, you know, they could break easily if they're not looked after. But I think, yeah, it comes down to the price. If you're going to spend over £100, you'd expect some stainless steel, some aluminium somewhere. But again, it comes down to the price. If it's under £50, then you're going to expect a plastic headset. So yeah, hopefully that has been useful for anyone that is looking for a low to medium budget headset. And yeah, if you're looking for something that's similar price to this or even cheaper, then these are the ones to go for. Now, what would be really helpful is if you hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber really helps me out, and it goes such a long way to help make more content and more videos. You can also see me on Instagram and catch me on Twitter as well. You can see some behind the scenes footage, any other pictures or anything else I'm getting up to. So yeah, I'll see you on there. And yeah, that's it from me. So I will see you in the next one.